Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and with Paulie Dangerously. And today on Power or Might, we're going to first talk about what happened yesterday on Collision or Hit. Yesterday on Collision or Hit, we now know that Drew McIntyre beat Keith Lee and now gives him the right to fight whoever wins between Ricochet and Asuka for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Even though we do know that Asuka is set to fight Ricochet, and whoever wins between that will now have to fight Drew McIntyre. And I think Jonathan Coachman says that happens to be, a big thing. Well, you got that right, Mike today says it is a big thing, Jonathan. Asuka, who's become the TWF heavyweight fighter back in the end of the 5th month, going into 6th month. And she has so far beat Arrow, Taylor, and, and she has also beat Becky Lynch. So I guess Ricochet is next on her list. I'm going to tell you something right now, Jonathan and Mike. I still think that Seth Rollins would beat Asuka. He can do what none of those other folks can do, and that's beat Asuka and become the TWF heavyweight fighter. It's my belief that he can do all those things. Well, we'll see if he can do all of those things or not. Well, now we have Astronomer in the ring, the overseer of leadership of the toy wrestling gathering. And this 7th month makes 4 years that she has been in that rank. Alright. You all wonder what I'm doing here and how I rarely stand up, Ecliptor. And you want Ecliptor, and you wonder why I rarely ever show up on shows. Now, I've been thinking about, we had many first Wickers, and I think that we do need someone who is going to do a good work. Alright? And everyone wants to know, when is the next show? Are we going to have, is it going to be Bash at the Beach this month? Are we going to have Heatwave? Are we going to have SummerSlam? Well, yes. I would like to say that at Bash at the Beach happens on the 20th, that we will see Asuka fight Ricochet for the TWF heavyweight winnings. And whoever wins between either Asuka or Ricochet will then have to have the right to fight Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam the next month. Yeah, I do think, my elderling, I believe we did really good. I think that we did very well letting folks know what Yield shows are coming up next. Well, you're right, Ecliptor. You're right about that, Ecliptor. You're right about that. I believe I did good. I believe I did right. And now, I think that I have to go now. Because I truly believe, that I have done great. And now, I have to go now. But I'm gonna let all you I'm gonna let all you folks know that's what's gonna happen next. Oh, that's what's gonna happen next, huh? So I have to yield until after Bash at the Beach just so I can fight either Oscar or Ricochet at SummerSlam. That's fucked up. I think that I should be fighting them now. Well, I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre. That's not going to happen at all. You will have to yield. You will have to yield for either Asuka. You'll have to yield for either Drew. You'll have to yield for either Asuka or Ricochet, whoever wins at Bash at the Beach, for your match at SummerSlam. I think that at the end of the day, I think you should just give it to me now. You know, just tell Asuka she has to fight me now. That's not gonna happen, Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to yield until after Bash at the Beach to fight either Asuka or Ricochet at SummerSlam. And if you do keep this, says Astronomer, and if you do keep this up, we can always take that off of you. Yeah, I'd like to see you seek the duty, Ecliptor. We all know that you can't fight me in your Hasbro offshoot, because if you do, all the shit would come off of you. Because unlike your Bandai one, there's more shit to break off. Your bloody elbow pads would break off, your head would come off, your hands would come off, your feet. Oh, so you're daring for me for a fight now. Well, we'll see what I can do as my Hasbro doll. Because you're not fighting the small Bandai one. Alright. I don't think it's a good thing, Ecliptor. I mean, what if he's right? What if your head breaks? What if your arms or legs come off? What if your feet come off? What if your shoulder things come undone? I don't think you can smoothly over sticky ooze all of those back on. He slighted me, Astronomer. He slighted me, my elderling. Don't worry. I have gone through a lot worse. Yeah, that's right. Alright, I'll make the match, though. But I don't want anything to happen to you. And if you do break something off of him, then your rear is mine. Well, we just heard from Astronomer, the main overseer. We heard from Astronomer, the overseer of leadership of the Toy Wrestling Gathering. And now we're going to have Ecliptor fight Drew McIntyre. I'm telling you, his Hasbro toy was never meant to be wrestled with or fought with, Jonathan Coachman says. Yeah, it's true, Mike today said. Now his Bandai doll most likely can, but not his Hasbro doll. Even though I think this is more of a downshoot, I'm going to have to get into my Bandai doll if I want to fight you. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? You think that you're going to stop me, Ecliptor? You going to leave now? Come back in your Bandai doll? Because I don't care if it's a Hasbro doll or the Bandai doll. I know you're going down. Well, Paulie dangerously says, we're going to see Ecliptor get, Claymore kicked. We're going to see Drew McIntyre win. And we can only hope something does not break off of him. Wait a minute. Oh! Ecliptor hit Drew McIntyre with his sword, knocking him down. And now he's standing on top of him, Jonathan Coachman says. 1, 2, 3. Shit. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Ecliptor. Well, Ecliptor has beat Drew McIntyre with hitting him with his sword and knocking him down. And we guess we didn't have to worry about, nothing breaking off of him. Jonathan Coachman says, no, we did not, Mike today says. We didn't have to worry about anything breaking off of him, Mike today says, because I don't think we could over sticky ooze any of those things that came off of him. I don't think we could over sticky ooze any of it, back on him. Mike today says, I don't know if you can or you cannot, Jonathan Coachman says. I truly don't know if Hasbro Mike Keeper dolls can handle getting wrestled with the same way the Bandai Mike Keeper dolls could. And I don't know if Playmates or Playfriend Mike Keeper dolls can handle getting played with either. Mike today says, well, I'm just going to go on the belief they cannot. That there's more things that can break off of them. And he clipped her. Well, he cheated. He hit Drew McIntyre with his sword and he knocked him down. Now that is shameful in my book. Well, speaking of that, shameful in someone's book, we're going to have, that's your belief, Paulie Dangerously. That's your belief, Jonathan Coachman says. But now we're going to take it away to Joey Styles. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. I'm going to be talking with Eclipter here today on Collision or Hit. Alright, Eclipter. I know that you were never, this doll of yours, the Hasbro one, was never meant to wrestle or fight. So were you worried that something bad could happen to you? Well, Joey Styles, I was truly worried that something bad could happen to me. We dolls, whatever you want to call them, we do have our binds where we have our heads coming off, our arms and legs and feet and hands coming off, and most of the time you can't over sticky ooze any of that back on. Drew McIntyre started threatening me, when I told him we could smoothly take away his right to fight, either Asuka or Ricochet at SummerSlam. So, do you see yourself in more matches or more fights, or is that only a one-off? Well, Joey Styles, my Hasbro doll, I guess, was never meant to be wrestled or fought with, so I see it more as a one-off. And if I ever do gotta wrestle again, I would have to shift over to my Bandai one, because at least that one was meant to be wrestled and fought with. Well, it was good seeing you in the ring again, but do you think this is going to be over between you and Drew McIntyre? Well, I hope that it's going to be over between me and Drew McIntyre, because Drew Helton hopefully is wise enough to know that if you get hit with the sword once, you don't want to get hit with the sword again. Well, that was my talk of Ecliptor, or Eclipter. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. Well, thank you, Joey Styles, for talking with Eclipter here today on Powerrr Mike. And that's all the time we got here for Powerrr Mike. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Powerrr Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw.